What's going down? D Money.
Horizon.
We're here from Juice Radio, gojuiceradio.com. Here with Raz Simone, recently named #1 freshest in the Northwest.
Before you even comment on that, do you know what's going on? Did you follow the list at all? Were you even like really? Because I know you got the tour going on, everything right now.
No, like to be honest, like I didn't know what was going on.
It kind of puts you in your own world, right?
I didn't know what was going on, but like I knew what was going on. Like last year, like I've heard of this, you know, I know about it.
Yeah,
but, like, I was
you
in the
were
mid tour and I heard that I was like #1. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, that works.
That's a good head nod.
So how's the tour going, man? How's everybody responding to you? What city's the livest?
Man, it's been amazing. It's been live, like all these cities, man. I mean, I love Minneapolis because that was like the whole package. Like I always say, I don't count heart. I count hearts, not bodies.
Yeah.
When it comes to like just everything in life, you know, with people. So it could be like, you know, it could be like 30 people in the room and still go way harder than like a 30,000, you know, auditorium. But Minneapolis had all the heart and they had people. They had a bunch of people up in there. A lot of love for real music and shit. Like that was like the biggest like encore. They were like, Raz, like one more song.
Did you give him one more song? Did you give him some?
You get some encores?
You know, and this is like, like it's weird, like being an opener and like, you know, that doesn't happen.
Not normal.
You know, like people don't. They're like, man, where's the fucking main act? Like, you know, they want the main act and shit. But
right.
It doesn't happen like that. So it was like, it's been a lot of love like that. Like. And that was just one dime, but that was just, you know. And so yeah, I had to give him another one. I look back at the sale, man. I'm like, we got one more, even though we were already. Oh, we didn't have one more, you know.
Yeah.
But he's like, hurried up. So he went on and did it though. You know, I had to, man. I couldn't not. I didn't want to be disrespectful at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Was Minneapolis your favorite city to perform in other than Seattle?
Man, I mean, it's been a few different ones. Like it's trippy. Like Kokomo, Indiana went in, Lansing went in. Like I don't know, all of them. Like I think back and I have like certain like precious moments in each of them, and certain people I remember in each of them. You know, Detroit was good. You know, and Detroit was that one where everybody was like, man. They're like, watch, Raz, you're not about to go and fuck with the people on this one.
Speaking
you're not about to jump into the crowd of this one.
Detroit, I'm glad you said something about Detroit. Did they really accept you? Because you know you got that whole no-fly zone thing going over there. So if you don't fuck with Detroit, they're not fucking with you kind of thing.
No fly? What you mean?
Okay, so they got this joint by Trick in Freshest 5'9" called No Fly Zone. And basically, they're saying the whole city of Detroit, rapper-wise, if you don't fuck with Detroit, you can't come here to perform. We're gonna boycott.
You're not from Detroit.
Yeah, if you don't really fuck with them at all. Like if you haven't done a song with them, if you don't fuck with them.
A specific event that happened. Rick Ross tried to get into a concert, and there was a crowd that blocked him from coming in.
Well, Rick Ross was already messing up with like the G's.
Basically,
like, where I go every time when I go around, I have like family. I have like people in my organization that are in other places. I have like people if I want like bodyguards that want to do that, but like I don't like the bodyguard thing. I like just rocking how I rock. You know, so my thing is like you get what you get what you give. So I just go and I give respect to everybody. It's like I'm gonna give respect and love. Like that's what I have. My intentions should get that back. I respect what they're trying to do with Trick and all that stuff. It's like taking back ownership of your territory and not just letting people run through and stomp over. That's something that we're building and doing in Seattle, honestly.
I actually asked that.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's something we're doing in Seattle.
But to be militant about
hospitality, but also no, it's hospitality and being territorial at the same time. You have to be. So I appreciate that. But no, I didn't run into any issues like that. There were like metal detectors at the doors. It's real like that. The stage is like 15, 17 feet in the air.
Damn.
It's weird. So people are watching and they're looking up like this, like way up. Like I've never seen that. You don't see that. Like you do big shows like at auditoriums and shit like that. You don't have big like the stages are big, but they're like wide. They're not like up there and people are like down here. You got like, you know. That's how it was.
Is that a common denominator in the Midwest? Like really?
But I still jumped off the shit. Hey,
Raz Simone's jumping off 17-foot stages and shit. Okay, understand that.
True story. The first time I ever saw Raz perform was in Tacoma at the Tap Room. You jumped up on some tables and some chairs, and I think one of them almost fell. You almost hurt yourself doing that shit.
That's part of the love, man. You guys gotta do it. You might hurt yourself. Yeah, man, I fell a few times on this trip, man. It's trippy, but I'm young, I can do it. But yeah, man, like jumped in and then like, man, yeah, like our road manager, Grasher, he was like, yeah, see how much jumping around you're doing on here. see how when you get to Detroit, boy, you gotta see about that. Yeah, man, the venues on the corner stab me and run, you know, and like, you know, it just like, you know, they're talking about you jump in that crowd, get shanked, get your chain snatched. And shit
oh, man.
You know, but I was like, fuck it, man. I come down, I'm like, you know, fucking with people, you know. It's a respect thing, but like, you know, you can tell, like, you know, it's real. Out of town, out of bounds, so it's not like a flexing thing, it's just a respect thing, like, you know. Anything can happen anywhere, but this is what I do, is my love, you know. Like, part of the thing that I like doing is that, like, you know, we're all people. Like, you know, you're not just a fan, and I'm not a god necessarily. You know what I mean? Any more than you are. You know what I'm saying? No, but for real, like any more than you are, whatever your definition is. Not even on some like higher power shit. Like, you know, different people have different definitions for God. Like some people just the definition is like God is, you know, there's a lot of different things that are some human type things. Even the Bible, if you want to go biblically, says that we are all gods. You know, so I mean that's what I'm saying. Not necessarily. I just watch my words. What I'm saying is, you know, I know just stay on this stage, you never get to see me. You know, you'll be like, is Raz gonna come? Do you think you might be able to get him to sign this? Like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna come right there. That's why, like, a lot of times I just hop off the stage and walk out after my shit, like just walk through the crowd, fucking people. They're like people that know, like, no, like we're humans, like you're more, you know, like chill, like you're a human, you know, like I'm a human.
I wish a lot of people thought like you in that aspect. You know, for real, because man, they do not act like that.
Nah, I mean, but it goes both ways, you know, like you're a human. Would you do the same shit you're doing at the show, like just regularly? Would I, you know what I mean? Would I do this shit, you know, just shit like that? You gotta like put yourself back put your feet on the ground sometimes, you know? That's just like what I like to do.
Hey, speaking of still a fan, I remember the last time I talked to you, you were telling me about this girl who when you crowd jumped, like her eye or something, she tweeted you, you were like, you heard my eye, hashtag still a fan. Oh, you ran into her, any communication?
Like she said, black eye, still a fan. She like Snapchatted me that, like she had a black eye, like I guess I like kicked her in the eye or something.
This is on this tour?
No, this was a while ago. Last time we
punched
talked.
her in the eye on accident. I don't know, but she was enjoying the set. She enjoyed it. But you know, cause sometimes like you just don't know what's happening. Sometimes some shit happens. Like, not like I just said like.
I mean that shit wasn't intentional or anything.
No. You know, so, but yeah, that's why everybody knows it's all love. Like even like when we're like jumping around, like you know stuff like that, like throwing the elbows or whatever. Like it's not like don't throw it, like you know.
Right.
Unless like you can take like when you run up to somebody who's a big guy, like you might deserve an elbow. I might throw an elbow at you while I'm performing. I'm still gonna rap, and then the challenge is for me to take that you throwing the elbow back while I'm rapping, and then me to run up. You know, like, while I'm rapping, so I'll be like, the fans on my phone, you talk to me, crazy bitch, don't talk to me. I'm still gonna like be able to sing while I'm doing this shit, but it's fun though. Like it makes it so that every show is different.
It is though, yeah. Shit, you know? I mean, how did it bring the energy?
How did the deal with 300 and Cohen happen? And was that your first decision? Like was that your first choice to rock with them?
My first choice or first option?
Yeah, I mean either or. Both. First choice option.
No, it wasn't first option. Like I had like all the different little labels and shit coming at me. Like even like my manager right now is president over at Atlantic Records.
Okay.
So they wanted to sign me, you know, shit like that.
Right.
But I didn't want to do it. Didn't want to do that route. I wanted to do something that was a little more unconventional stuff and work with Lyric Owens, Kevin Lyles, everybody else. That just seemed like that made sense. But I was still leery of that. It took a year, you know, to really like, you know, come into that and figure out, like, we're gonna rock like this. You know, you're gonna give my solidarity as far as, you know, I'm gonna rock with you. You're rock with me. Let's do this, you know. But even that, like Black Umbrella's still independent. You know, my company's still independent. You know, all the artists that are on.
I'm kind of confused about the deal. I've read a couple of your interviews, seen a couple of them. Is 300 signed or is Raz Simone signed?
I mean, it's Black Umbrella.
I mean Black Umbrella, my bad.
Nah, so Black Umbrella, so what they wanted to do is they wanted to do an exclusive deal with Black Umbrella. But what we ended up doing is doing more unorthodox thing. Raz Simone is of course like the guy, how they came at,
right.
So that's like how it's like launching out first or whatever. But you know what I said is like the whole idea of Black Umbrella is, you know, this like artist collective, and then the only reason why like I started searching and like building with like lawyers and with all the other stuff so that we would be able to be like a fully functional label was just to be able to protect ourselves, but it wasn't to like put people in a box though. Right. So how we have that is instead of doing exclusive, I was like, well, you know, I can't do that because I don't want to put the artists that I already have over here in a box, or anybody else that comes on the Black Umbrella in a box.
Right.
Now, of course, I'm gonna let you, you have the first eye. Like, if you guys want to do some type of like, whatever type of partnership with different artists, or whatever kind of any kind of unorthodox thing, with different artists, of course, like you're gonna be the first like route that we're gonna look at. But still we will do whatever the fuck we want. Like if Sam wanted to sign stream music for some reason,
right,
fucking Nickelodeon or something.
Sam Lachelle on Nickelodeon, I love that. That's awesome.
A Dipset or something, like you know what I mean. He could go and do that, or he can be building with Black Umbrella,
right,
and just do that, so it's kind of like a win-win situation. That's what it is. We just have understanding, like the team at with like the Leo and all that stuff, like pretty much the people that I see like that I want to build with and go forward with in this industry. So I don't really see like any like trying to like deuces type shit,
Right,
so we just kind of keep that going like that. Like I was talking, sermon just earlier and stuff is, either way, like there's no such thing as independent like artist or independent label. It's dependence. Your baby, you're dependent on someone, then you're independent, and then we're out the house. Ooh, I got my independence. I can sprawl out in this bed, and then you get the interdependence. But a lot of people don't ever get that, and that's where independent people are working together for common goals and objectives.
I feel it, man.
And so at that point, it's like either way, you're gonna be paying something. I could pay Buki from down the street that doesn't want to be here, but I'm giving him 15% of my merch, or 5% or 20% or whatever, or I could be. Even the details. Nobody knows the details of shit. Like, you don't really ask a grown man about his money and shit. But like, even like the details or whatever. Like, if I'm paying Sermon, or I'm paying, Michael. I'm gonna be paying these guys more than any bread that I'd be breaking with 300.
Right.
300 doesn't have like any kind of like automatic like funds to my shit. If I want to involve them in my merch, like. They're not even getting like 5%, and that's after each show. I'd have to make over 5,000. That's one detail. I ain't even giving anybody details. Each show I have to make over 5,000. So if I make $5,010, then that means they might get 5% of $10 if I decide I want to involve them in my merch. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that, where it's like a little bit unorthodox, it's like whatever. But then I got my team, which is good people, it's like that. And so when we got our stuff rocking and we're on our set, and I'll probably be giving them 15, 20, whatever the fuck percent, to do merch over here. And then, stuff like that. So it's like either way you're gonna pay somebody. Like it's not always, it's not always about getting raped. It's not about money really. It's about first like creating the best work that you can. Not just cutting corners. A lot of people cut corners like, I'm not gonna put this instrumentalist on it because I'm gonna have to pay for it. Or I'm not gonna do this, I'm gonna keep it more simple. I'm gonna produce it all myself and not collaborate with people so I can keep all the money. So a lot of times when people are doing the independent route, they're actually being more sellouts and jerk offs than other people. It's just you don't really like look at it like that, And so you're just breaking shit down like that. What it really comes down to is just having the creative control and being able to do what you want. We call the shots, got the trigger in our finger. I do whatever the fuck I want. At any moment, I decide I want to drop cognitive distance early. I might talk with 300 and they're like, I don't know, that's a good idea. And I might be like, you know what? Well, I don't care. But
that's real.
No, like sometimes I'll do that, and then later I'll be like, all right, man, I didn't mean to be like that. I thought about it, but I still don't. Like, sometimes it's like that, but sometimes it's like, you know what, man, you caught me. Like that's correct. I'll have those conversations with Leo, with like Todd, with with other people that I work with and stuff like that, and and it's just real. It's like we all like want this outcome. We want these, and we all luckily we all want the longevity of the artist, which is Raz and the companies that we have. It's not just like, ooh, let's find him, let's put him out there real quick, let's sell him real fast, and then
exactly.
We'll be done in like a year, and at least we got our little money. Like, they've already got little money, they already got big money. They're not in a rush to do shit like that, especially when they're targeting someone for the quality of his art. Me being that, it's like it's a little bit different, so it's a lot. I can do whatever the fuck I want, so it's different.
Yeah, definitely. So, speaking of art, the videos. How much influence do you have on these videos, or do you have a guy who usually has like the vision?
I mean, I have 100% influence on the videos. There's no like 300 involvement with the videos. All this stuff is like I said, you know, if you want to put a pig in a wig, go find a pig, you know.
Right.
But if you got like a fucking tiger or you know, even a monkey or a lion or something like that, you know, he's already doing his own thing. He's a monkey, you know.
I get it. I get
put him
it.
in a wig, he's not a pig, you know. So if you found that person for their art and you like what they're doing, you don't want to go and change it all up.
Yeah.
That's like me going and finding Chief Keef and being like, ooh, like even that was an organic movement. You know, I don't agree with all of the things that go on and stuff like that, but the reason why people loved it so much was because you got these young ass kids with dreads and they're waving guns in front of these trashy ass cameras, and they're in these like their mother's or their grandmother's house.
Right. Rocking ankle bracelets.
Walking ankle bracelets. So it's kind of
everybody's on house arrest.
It's kind of almost like it's not like cool. It's not like you're making money. It's not like they're just getting money out here doing things. I'm building. I'm doing, you know, great things. It's not like, ooh, that's sexy. It's just like, you know, or I want to aspire to be that. But it's like, man, like that's real. Like, or you know, it's real in some aspect because young ass kids, like it's not like they had a staged video and they acted out the killing or acted out the whatever. Like it was organic for that, you know. So for you being, you know, an investor coming in and being like, okay, well, we're about to upgrade this and take that, you're probably gonna get less views on that because you're probably gonna get less connection because it was the reason why people connected was that this shit was just so, you know, it was just so real for whatever it was, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
that's everything. So that's what it is, you know. I still work with the same people, like I'm everything, you know. I'm open to work with other people, just like that, but it's all collaborative. My mind on it, you know. I check with all my people. Yeah, we collaborate. I like to say that whatever group I'm standing in, is that at least it better be somebody that's standing by me knows how to do something better than me.
As far as collabs go, has anybody reached out to you and you were like, damn, you wanted to record with me? Like recently?
So much like that. Yeah. It's like I'm at the stage where everybody's looking.
Right.
You get the follows on Twitter like from random ass people like fuck. It's like whoa. You know, like all those all the time. Whenever and I'm not even paying attention like to my Twitter shit. So like I just randomly see people and I'm like, that's weird. Looking like even Montel Williams was following the other day. Shit like that, like
Montel Williams, I get that collab, bro.
but random, and then like hella like, you know, artists like singers, rappers like that. But damn, that's what's up. That's cool. You know, like they're big. You know, but it's like the time where I feel like everybody's watching and they're like, and they're hearing stuff. But like how like the industry works, it's kind of like everything. Like people, not everyone is just strictly opportunists. Yeah. Thank God. You know, a lot of people that love, you know, and care. But like when it comes to work, like naturally you don't want to go out and find someone who's doing less than you and just not working as hard and is not as far. You're like, yeah, I want to work with you because you got $5 to your name and and you haven't even been putting in work. It's kind of like, you know, you hope that people want to work with you for the quality of your work and that they want to work with you.
Not just the numbers.
Yeah, but not just the numbers. But then there's also a piece like when someone is actually passionate about something, they're working hard, then like actions speak louder than words, and like the moves that you're making and you know how you're being received kind of comes back and it starts being like, what's the word, like comparable to that, like you know, you start seeing like, oh, like it shouldn't be like if someone's extra fucking dope and they're passionate about everything they're doing and they're a good person, that they only have like 2 followers or something. It wouldn't make any sense. It'd be like an anomaly. It'd be like, what? You must have something wrong with you. You must like just spit on people when you talk or something. You know, like there must be something up with you. And so like a lot of times it's kind of like that feel. But then a lot of people are opportunists and really it's a competitive sport. It's not like country music, but that's competitive too, but like literally competitive in the verses. You know, where it's like you don't want to put someone on, but you also don't want to be the person who jumps on later. So they're like timing and waiting now. Like, okay, he's just about to start buzzing. Snap, stamp. I approve Raz. You know what I mean? That's kind of like how I go sometimes. Where it's like, okay, is he? Okay. I don't want to bring my fans over for him, you know, for him to like soak up all that, and you know, but then he's still like moving, like he wants to be like when he's ready to be like that guy undeniably throughout the world or throughout the nation at least. When he's about to be that, then I want to jump on. You know, and when he's got more followers than me on Twitter or Facebook, it's like that. You know, and there's a lot of shit going on. Like there's a lot of music out there.
Yeah.
You know, people have to like sift through all that stuff. You know, and I can't expect that. You know, me and my little amount of followers, or me and my little amount of like actually like Twitter impressions, or this or that, is gonna be seen over somebody else. That would be like moronic. You know, like that would be like very like egotistical to think that. Like of course, like in the industry and like in the hip hop community and like rap, I mean music community, I got a lot of like buzz and a lot of like pull going on. But when you step out and you realize how small that community is, even with things like the Grammys, and seeing that hip hop doesn't really mean like there's not a lot of people going out and buying hip hop music. There's not a lot of people who are actually even a part of that community like that. You realize how small we are. We're hip hop. We're the ones that are the hip. We're the ones that are putting everything on and teaching people how to do things. We're like the cool, like you watch and you check out what we're doing to find out what's popping, but then people take it elsewhere and they take it to pop. They take it to other places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like once you realize how small it is, it's like damn. It's like we're like huge influencers, but it is a smaller thing. And then it's like once you make that connect outside and cross over to other things, then it's like people start hearing it's like that. But like I know kids who don't even do anything. Who just sit up behind a computer, or they might. Like,
bloggers.
Blogger, or even
well, not just bloggers, like but the commenters.
But they might even just like, you know, like put a camera up and be like, hey, I just walked my dog today. You know, and they have more followers than me. You know
right.
More YouTube views, more followers on things like that. So it would be crazy for me to think like, and why the fuck aren't they, you know, recognizing me? Like I know they see me.
Right.
Like I'm in the. They're seeing me, they're looking at me, it's like that, they're, you know, commenting or like, you know, saying little things or like, you know, whatever. But it's like for me to think like, oh, I should just be getting all the love and all. Like, no. Like the fact that I'm even on this tour, you know, with Strange Music and Ritz and them recognize me, that's already like strides and steps. And like that,
definitely.
You know? So it just takes time, and you don't, like nothing that comes fast stays.
Right.
Not much, you know, not a lot.
Everything
it's
gradual
harder.
lasts.
It's harder. The gradual lasts a lot longer, you know, usually. So
definitely.
You know, if it's worth it, it's worth it. You take that time.
All right, man. I want to give a shout out to Mateo Gonzalez, who submitted the question. What your favorite city was?
That's the homie. His profile picture is me and him. What's it called? Mateo. What's my favorite city? Man.
Well, we already asked that.
Yeah, it doesn't even work like that. It's really just different experiences, different places. Like, you know, like, man, sometimes I go places like little cute chubby kids, and I find out they're my fans. I'm like, what the hell? You know, that's dope. You know, sometimes you got like, you know, like pregnant ladies and stuff. You know, it's just kind of keeping it moving. All the different experiences that you get with people, and just the love. Like when someone gives me genuine love, like I can't like say that love weighs more than the other person. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like sometimes I might even go somewhere and there's only like a few people there, and I got that genuine love, and then I have like a better experience or a different type of experience, different type of love than I did at the stadium or something, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's hard, but
definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, D Money right here,
Horizon,
and Raz Simone. We appreciate you checking out this video right here. I think we're gonna keep talking after the video, but you know, we all got time. So
before we get done, you saying one time to my guy Sermon, you saying Raz is shouting him out of gang sign. Sermon's
big old afro Sermon.
You know what I mean? Right here, GoJuiceRadio.com at GoJuiceRadio.
Shout out to all of the cats that didn't make this list or the next list or Double XL or whatever. You know, you gotta recognize that, you know, these people are doing, you know, they're doing what they're doing just like you're doing what they're doing. That doesn't mean that it's necessarily valid. It doesn't mean that, like, all the points that they're making hella dope points. Like when you look into all of it, you know, they already know you can't make a list and really just break down everybody that's on there and like make any kind of sense. Like there's hella people that are grinding that you know, that should be on here, and they know that they can't really put them on there, and they're gonna put them on there the next year or whatever. You know, there's only 10 people. Right. Like they made a list of like 300 people. It might, you know.
Yeah, we might get everybody there.
People still get left off of that. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
So yeah, man, just keep grinding. Use that as fuel, if anything. But you know, show love. And don't stomp on people later because it's a 10-person list. You know, like you can't fit everybody shake their hand when you see them next time. You know?